Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of my Rags to Riches Farming Simulator Challenge. As you can see here, our balance for the day is $1 over $69,000. So we're starting off strong today. I thought we would just do our morning routine and wash off the equipment we used yesterday. Yesterday, we basically only did cultivating jobs, which was really nice, and we made quite a bit of money. But yeah, so here we are washing off the the tractor. And yeah, today the goal of the day is to get as many contracts as possible. It's the end of September, so I'm a little bit worried because in the past, when I've played this game, I know that the contracts seem to kind of dwindle by the end of September, but I'm really hopeful that we can get something. So let's take a look. Right now, there's not really much we can take other than these cultivating jobs, so we're going to take all 3 of them. And that will actually make us quite a bit of money to start off the day. So let's go do it. So I'm just going to take a look at the map to see what way we should go, and where we should start and kind of what the best route is. I think the best thing to do is kind of start at the top of the map and work our way kind of south if we can. So let's head over to the first job now. Now that we're at our first field, let's talk about the rules of the challenge and also what our first goal is. So the rules of the challenge is that I started this playthrough with $100,000. Of that $100,000, it was completely alone. That means that we have to pay that money back eventually. Another rule of this playthrough is that I can't lease or borrow any equipment, and I have to purchase all the equipment needed for all of my contracts. So far it hasn't been too big of an issue, but I'm not sure if you saw the contracts page before. A lot of the jobs at this time of the year are harvesting jobs, and there's an abundance of harvesting jobs. But in order to complete those jobs, you would have to buy quite a lot of equipment for it, and that equipment is something we just can't afford right now. So for now, we're sticking to the contracts that we can do. So I believe we have a weeder. We have a cultivator, which we're using right now. And we also got a round baler. Now, when we first got the round baler, it was on a discount, and it was actually a very good price, so I'm happy we bought it. But we haven't had any round baling jobs for a little bit of time, so maybe we won't really see those until later. I'm not planning on selling the baler because in my mind, it might be a good idea to purchase our first plot of land and plant and harvest something that we can use the baler for and kind of use that resource that is at our disposal, especially since it's probably very unlikely for that piece of equipment to go on sale again. I don't think I forgot any rules. It's a pretty simple challenge, but it is very challenging. But for now, our goal for this, our first goal, I should say, is to pay off our $100,000 loan. Now, I'm really worried at this point that these 3 cultivating jobs might be our last cultivating jobs for a while, because they tend to not show up in October, November, December, in those like colder months. So we might have to invest some money into another piece of equipment before we're able to pay back that $100,000 loan. The challenge will not end when I get that $100,000 loan, and the challenge will really continue to go until I'm kind of satisfied with the amount of money I made. I'm thinking either $1 million or kind of having all of the equipment that I need in a mid to high end value. But yeah. Let me know down in the comments what you think of both the rules and my first goal of the challenge, and if you think that maybe I should change it. But for now, let's time lapse all 3 of these cultivating jobs, and I will come and see you when they're all done. While I do this really quick time lapse of myself driving to the next job, I just wanted to mention to you that this is actually my first time ever playing any type of farming simulator. Um, Before I started the series, I had about 40 hours in the game, but honestly, those 40 hours were me kind of figuring out like how it worked and what to do. I have no idea about farming, but I'm really enjoying the series so far. Anyways, with all that in mind, with me being a new player, um, I just recently discovered that when you open the menu, like to see the options and the contracts and all those other things, the time in the game keeps running. So I was under the impression that opening the menu paused the game. So I think a few of these days, including this day, day 3 of the challenge, I have definitely opened up that menu thinking that it would pause, gone to cook dinner, gone to wash dishes. I remember one time I had a I had watched an episode of Netflix and the time had gone by in the game. So that might be affecting some of the profits that we have been able to make all of these days, but also maybe not because especially lately there hasn't necessarily been any days where there's jobs left over at the end of the day. So maybe not. Anyways, I would highly suggest that if you're playing this game, make sure you take breaks. Although these jobs, at least to me, can be really calming, really fun to do, kind of like ASMR. It's really easy to just kind of lock in, and next thing you know, 2 or 3 hours have passed in real life. So yeah, make sure you take care of yourself, everyone. But here we are on our second job. This field, I don't think was quite as big as the last one we just did. But yeah, let's take a time lapse of this job as well.
Hey you, I know sometimes things may seem unclear. Trust yourself and you will know, my dear. Oh, I know that it's not easy, nothing is. Hey, it's okay. Tomorrow's gonna be a new day. It's okay. So live your life and live your way. Your way, your way. It's okay, it's okay. Live your life. Gotta live it your way.
I feel the gravity pull and it keeps me awake. I would rather be here, lonely in space. I've made up my mind, I just wanna be free. I live my own life in a new galaxy. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy. And live my own life in a new galaxy. I can feel the memories fade, scenes in my mind. And I can finally breathe when I'm closing my eyes. I never realized what I just could do, but now I know I'm better off without you. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy.
New phone, who this? I'ma pull up in a brand new whip. You gon' try me, that's real stupid. Go all out, it's all I do, babe. Ay, new phone, who this? I'ma pull up in a brand new whip. You gon' try me, that's real stupid. Go all out, it's all I do, babe. Ay, 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 pull up in a brand new whip. You gon' get ay, 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 all out, it's all I do, babe. Ay, 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 new phone, who this? New phone, who this? I'ma pull up in a brand new whip. You gon' try me, that's real stupid. Go all out, it's all I do, babe. New phone, who this? I'ma pull up in a brand new whip. You gon' try me, that's real stupid. Go all out, it's all I do, babe. Pull up in a brand new whip. You gon' get ay, 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 all out, it's all I do, babe. Ay, 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 pull up in a brand new whip. You gon' get ay, 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 new phone, who this? Somebody get me. 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 Ay, 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 pull up in a brand new whip. You gon' get ay, ay, all out, it's all I do, babe. Ay, ay.
Okay, so we finished all of those cultivating jobs, and at that point, I took a look at the contracts, and there really wasn't anything, so I knew it was time to start mowing jobs. And guys, I didn't buy the $50,000 mower because I was like, oh, I only have, $70,000, and I buy the $50,000 mower. It's going to take so much longer to get to the goal of paying off that loan to start. So I didn't buy the cheapest mower, but I did buy the second cheapest mower. So kind of on the lower scale. But I accepted one mowing job because I wasn't sure with this tractor and this attachment how long it would take me to mow this piece of land. And at this point, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I knew with it being September that the that it was going to start getting dark. And actually, if you see in this clip, it is already starting to slowly get dark, but not necessarily nighttime dark yet. So we took a little bit of a shortcut to get over to field 11. I actually don't know what the right way to get over to field 11 is. I guess you kind of have to go through the back now that I see the road, but I don't know, it's kind of a fun bumpy road shortcut. Anyways, I couldn't remember how to turn on the mower and all that kind of stuff. So I knew how to lower the mower, but it took me a little bit of time to kind of figure out how to get started. So here I am, just turning on the help window. I had to lift up the mower, and then I had to unfold the mower, and then I had to lower it again, and then turn it on. So it's kind of like a 3-step process. But I was actually pleasantly surprised with mowing. I almost wish I had done it sooner, but maybe these contracts wouldn't have come up at the perfect time that they did. I'm not sure if it's this field in particular, but my tractor actually ended up kind of like mowing through it, like going real fast. You can see I kept losing control of the mower going around corners because it was speedy. Like, it was at 22 kilometers per hour here, and before when we do cultivating jobs or weeding jobs, I'm lucky if my tractor gets to like 10 kilometers per hour. So this field actually ended up not taking that much time at all to finish.
No fun with this.
and crowns of ancient keys. I've heard stories of distant lands, realms I long to reach. Your voice, it beckons me to go to worlds unexplored, to leave behind my home and wander.
We're done. Another day of farming. It's the last day of September, and tomorrow will become October. So let's take a look at our finances. So if we take a look at how much we spent on new vehicles, today we spent $14,000. We also spent $308 on fuel, and the contract, we're just gonna go accept that now. So let's go see how much we made in contracts today. After we add those contracts, we actually made $27,271, which is a little bit more than we made yesterday, which was $24,601. That actually really surprises me because I thought we had a little bit less jobs today, but I guess those last two mowing jobs kind of put us over the top. Anyways, here is myself failing trying to get back to the shop. I believe I hit a tree on the way there. It's kind of hard to navigate through. Yeah, there I go. I'm hitting a tree. It's kind of hard to navigate through all these trees when I go my shortcut route. But I'm pretty happy with where we ended up today. Although we bought a mower, we're still at a higher amount of money in the bank than we were yesterday. I'm not going to lie, I am a little bit worried about what will happen tomorrow, considering it will be October, and I really doubt there's going to be any cultivating or weeding or baling jobs. But I guess we should really just stay positive and just roll with the punches, kind of figure it out as we go. But I hope everyone enjoyed this episode, and I will see you on episode 3. Bye, guys.